Okay, hey guys, what's going on and welcome back to my channel. My name is Hope if you're new and I'm really excited that you're joining me today. I've been working on my cozy home office pretty much since the moment we moved into this house and it has already gone through so many different changes. I think when we moved in, I had my desk on the left side of the room, my vanity was where the book nook is, and so there just have been a lot of changes, all very good changes, and I'm really excited to finally give you like the final tour. I really think it's finally at a point where I am just super happy with it, and that's why we are sitting down to do a little tour of it today. So yeah, welcome to my home office. I do work from home, so honestly most of my day is spent in here. And then my desk also doubles as like a little cozy gaming space. I've got my reading book area where I spend a lot of time reading, obviously, and I also get ready in here in the morning. So it really is like a home office slash multi-purpose room, which we will get into, but I thought I would just take you guys section by section, give you a tour. Hopefully it'll give you some inspo in case you are working on redecorating your own space. But yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing today. I figured we would just start in the book nook. I did a video on this pretty recently where I went through and did a little bit of redecorating, so you can definitely check that out in case you're curious. But I haven't changed anything except I added like a few Christmassy decorations. Oh, and then actually pretty big change. I moved my couch. It was originally pretty much where I'm sitting right now. I just kind of felt like it was closing off the space a little bit too much because we ended up having to move my desk over a little bit, all because of a new shelf we added, which it was a whole thing. So we'll get into it in a second, but thank you in advance for watching and for being here. I'm so happy that you are, and I'm just so grateful that you're joining me today. Okay, come on, let's go on a little tour. Welcome to my little book nook. This section of the room has like a little divot in it, and so I knew as soon as we moved in that I wanted to do some sort of like built-in in the space. Originally, I wasn't going to do built-in shelves just because I wasn't sure how that would work exactly, and so I was kind of keeping my eye out at the thrift stores and stuff, looking for any bookshelves I could put in this space. But then my boyfriend looked at it and he was like, I could just build you shelves if you wanted it. And I was like, yeah, that would be pretty perfect. And so that's exactly what he did, but he just kind of cut them to size, and then I really liked that he cut it at a diagonal so it kind of is a little bit more flush with this whole wall space. And then I went ahead and decorated it, which you guys saw in one of my last videos. This little couch situation is going to be changing pretty soon, so I'll keep you guys posted on it. But right now it is just part of the sectional couch that is in my main living room. I've got a cozy little throw blanket, I've got a pillow, my beautiful plants, and then I also have this little side table. I kept it in my bedroom for a while and I was using it as like a bedside table thing, but then I ended up moving it in here because I felt like I needed somewhere to like put my coffee while I was sitting here. So this is honestly my favorite space in the entire office. I just feel like it's so cozy in here. It's honestly the home library of my dreams. I am so happy with how this whole space came out. I also have this little ottoman. I've got a cute little Christmas tree decoration on top of it right now, but in here is usually where I store things. Like I've got my Kindle, some extra books. I also have my blue light glasses in here. Sometimes when I'm reading on my Kindle, even if I do make it like warm toned, I like to have blue light glasses on. And yeah, that's my cozy little book nook space. I love the light here in the morning. It honestly is so beautiful. I remember when we first did like a little tour of this house, I saw how the lighting was coming into this room and it just made me so happy. It's so warm, it's so inviting, and that's exactly how I wanted my office space to feel, and so this is just perfect to me. All right, so there's the book nook, and then as you go into more the center of the room, you go into my desk area. I ended up bringing this rug in here just to give the space a little bit more separation. I also really love it because it does feel super warm and cozy, and my dogs love to sleep on it, and so they're always kind of like right here and right over there. But this desk is from Living Spaces, and I got it for one reason and one reason only. I really wanted one of those desks that I could put my treadmill underneath and do like a little walking while working session. But basically this middle section actually lifts up like this. I feel like it gives me the functionality I was craving in terms of being able to set it up for walking and working, but at the same time it doesn't look like those traditional lift top desks, which I wasn't too crazy about. And so it was a pretty fantastic middle ground for me. All I do in the morning is I move my chair out of the way. I'll go into my closet, which is where I keep my walking pad, and I'll just set it up just like this. And I just really love it. This was probably the biggest purchase I made for my office, but it was so worth it. I'm so glad I ended up going with it. The color of the desk itself is this like grayish brown color you see here. It is made out of all real wood, but I wasn't crazy about the stain color, so I ended up getting this wood vinyl thing, like one of those things you can kind of peel and stick. People use them for like their kitchen cabinets and stuff. And I ended up just putting it on the top layer of the desk, and I love, love, love the way the two-tone kind of looks. I also really like that it is a lighter, more warm wood, just because I feel like it's more my vibe. And so if you see the color difference, that's why. So I absolutely adore it. I would definitely recommend it if you want a desk that looks more like a traditional desk, but you also really like the idea of a lift top desk. This was like the perfect medium for me. On my desk itself, of course, I've got my computer. I keep all of the journals I use most often directly in front of me. So this one is my memory journal. This is where I do all of my junk journaling, everything like that. Over here, I have my dreams journal / my manifestation journal. It's usually the first one that I use directly in the morning. So I keep it there, and then underneath it, I have my ideas journal. This is actually pretty new. I got this in my advent calendar, actually. So I've got those there. I've got my glasses for work. Those also have like the blue light thing on it since I'm on my computer a lot. I've got my keyboard. I've got my mouse. This was a mouse that my partner got me, actually. He got it for me because he thought it would be more like ergonomic, and I can confirm that I do really like it. So I've got my mouse, and then I've got my carpet mouse pad. This is from Love My Carpet Mouse Pad on Etsy. I just think it's adorable. I've had it for probably going on like 2 to 3 years now, and there's no issues with it fraying or anything. Absolutely love it. So that is my mouse pad. Over here, I have my iPad mini and then this iPad stand from IKEA. I also really like to use this little mini canvas as like a phone stand, and so I'll sometimes put my phone on there with like a timer if I'm trying to do some sort of like timed work method. Of course, I've got my filofax. You guys already know I like to keep it kind of on the side of my desk. That way I can always reference it for my to-do lists and stuff. I also have this little mug that I thrifted. This is just where I keep all of my pens. I keep like a ruler and stuff in there, anything that I'm using on a day-to-day basis. Of course, I've got my huge salt lamp. I've had a salt lamp on my desk pretty much ever since I was like 19. So part of it almost just feels like tradition at this point. So I've got that, I've got another plant, and then I also have one of those Govee floor lamps. I really like using it at nighttime with the warm light feature. Over on this side of my desk, I have this cute little lotus flower tea candle lights. I like to light that in the morning sometimes. I've got this box that I'm using for all of my craft and journaling supplies. So in the top here, I've got a bunch of sticky notes. I've got my traditional ones, and then also like some cute ones. I also have these cute little bookmarks in here. I keep anything I need to junk journal inside of this left top drawer. So if I just grab anything throughout the day that I know I want to throw in my junk journal, I'll just throw it in there. That way it doesn't take up space on my desk or anything. In here, I have some of my most used washi tapes, and then I have a couple of like different rolls of tape in here. I've got some stickers in here. I think more stickers in there. This one is kind of random, but this is like my rock collection. You might notice, but I am a really big rock collector. I like to go rock hunting with my partner. We like go places and try to find cool rocks. So I've got just a little collection of it there, and then I've got more stickers and some sticky notes in the bottom section here. This was kind of a recent addition to my desk. This wasn't here like 2 weeks ago. It's something that I only added like I think this past week, but I really like it, and I really just wanted to have an extra section where I could keep everything organized. That way it wasn't always in the drawers that are in my desk. The built-in drawers on my desk are great, but they don't have a ton of space, and so I felt like I just needed some extra storage, so that's where this came in. Now on top of it, I have a bunch of books and journals. I've got my cute little mini chess set. I've got another plant propagation, some more geodes, my AirPods, and then this cute little notepad, which I'll show you. I got this in my advent calendar too, and I just think it's adorable. It's the perfect size for me to add to my filofax, and so I've been doing that a lot lately. That's why I've been keeping it out and not inside of the drawer, just because I've been using it so often. In the drawers themselves, I have a bunch of batteries, some lights for filming, my financial calculator for school. This is where I store all of my cables, and then I have some like external hard drives in here. And then over on this side, I've got some chargers and like outlet things, some more random like tech accessories. I've got some spare pens. There's a charger that I like to take with me. It's like one of those MagSafe ones, and so I'll throw that in my bag sometimes. I've got my Apple Watch, which I don't use as often anymore. I've been transitioning to the Ultra Human Ring, this little thing. I've been really enjoying it, and so I'll definitely give you guys a more in-depth like review on it here soon. But that's what's in that drawer there. Moving on to what's above my desk, my boyfriend just recently built me this shelf. Around the same time I put that on my desk, I kind of did like a little desk revamp. I was really wanting to put something on top of my desk or like above it on this wall. It was just feeling really empty, and so I went back and forth between did I want to do like a mirror, did I want to do some photos, and ultimately I just felt like I couldn't go wrong if I did a shelf. And so we had some spare wood left over from the bookshelves, and we decided just to put it up right here. And so I've got my clock up there, a bunch of my journals, I've got my archive binder for my filofax, I've got some books that I'm looking to actually give away, and then just some random stuff that I might need whenever I'm sitting at my desk. I think I might end up putting some of my sticker collection up here eventually, just that way when I'm doing my journal at my desk I can always just grab it really quick. So that part's still in development, but I do really love how it came out, and I feel like it just ties this whole thing together. Okay, now making our way further left, we have my little mirror corner. This is one of those giant mirrors from IKEA. I've had it for quite some time, and this is just my little area for checking how my outfit looks, taking photos, stuff like that. I've got a cool painting down there that just blocks some of my outlets and cords just because I didn't want to look at them, but I'm really bad at cord management, and so my solution is usually just to cover it or hide it. Here's kind of what it looks like from my perspective. I really like where it's at just because I'm able to have all of my books and stuff in the background, and so I'm really happy with this whole little area. And now directly next to that we have my vanity. This mirror was actually a hand-me-down from my mom. She got it from an artist in Mexico, and I haven't been able to make out the signature on the back. That's why I haven't been able to share where it's from exactly, but I just love it. I think it's beautiful. I have that there. The vanity itself I found at an estate sale. I think it's so gorgeous. It came with this little chair with like a blue cushion, which I felt like was just even more perfect. Right now I have a box that I also found at the same estate sale. I'm using it for my sticker collection. That's what I'm thinking of putting up on that shelf, by the way, but I'm just still working on it, so that's why it's over here. I've got a whole bunch of my jewelry over here. I also like to keep them in little shells that my boyfriend brings home. I've got honestly all sorts of stuff in here. I've got some perfume, I've got some incense. I also really like this tray just because it's like where I put my most used jewelry, and so I can kind of like throw things on, take stuff off. I also have a little glass bowl over there where I keep my watches. I use what used to be a candle holder as my makeup brush holder, and then that mirror you see there was my grandmother's. And so this is pretty much where I get ready every morning. I sit down, I listen to some music. It just feels so serene, and I love having it in my office space because it makes it really easy for me to get ready and then jump straight into work. I don't know if I've mentioned it in this video, but I actually took the main bedroom in the house as my home office. This was something that my partner and I discussed and decided on based on the fact that I do work from home and that I probably would need more space inside the house on a day-to-day basis. And so his office is just another one of the other bedrooms, but I ended up taking this as like my multi-purpose room. It just didn't make sense for us to make the biggest room in the house a place where we only sleep. It kind of made more sense for me to be able to use it in my day-to-day life. So yeah, this room seems a lot bigger than some of our other rooms. It is definitely because it is, but it has just become the perfect home office, and I am so happy with how everything came out. This is honestly my happy place, and I just always feel super inspired and creative whenever I step in here. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I am so glad that you took some time out of your day to sit here and chat with me. If you enjoyed today's video, feel free to like and subscribe if you're new. I am so happy that you're here and so grateful that you're joining me. Also, if you're wondering where anything's from, just let me know and I'll definitely get back to you. I had so much fun showing you guys my office, and I really hope that it was able to give you a little bit of cozy home office inspiration. The next video that's coming out is my 2025 plan with me, so definitely stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye guys.